that came out today. Asmussen says both Disarm Red Rock 1 will start. So both those horses are confirmed for the field. So, glad to see the field starting to really take shape and coming together. The news of Forte not being it kind of, I think, bummed everybody out. He was looking forward to the Derby favorite, or what would have been the Derby favorite, going against the actual Kentucky Derby winner. But nonetheless, Disarm fourth in the Derby, Red Rock 1. It's going to be a new shooter for the race. But let's get into the first three horses I like. And the first going to be First Mission. And he's been a top choice in the race. And he's one of those I'm almost tempted just to single and just, put him on top of everything. And, he was the winner of the Stone Street Lexington Stakes. He's been training really sharp for Brad Cox. Him and his team are really raving about this horse. He's owned by Godolphin. He's got all the top connections. Luis Size is a jockey. And, just seeing how Brad Cox wants to, put this horse in the Preakness, maybe over some of his Derby runners, says he thinks a lot about this horse. And, for me, I'm going to go with First Mission on top. And then, my second choice is going to be Confidence Game. And Confidence Game, his Derby was his first start in a little while. He ran on February 25th in the Rebels. So, see, that was going on, like a 2-month break. And then, he got 10th in the Derby, finished kind of, in the middle. He was up on that hot pace in the Derby, but, if you look at the history of the Preakness, the Swimmer won the race and exaggerated with 2016. So, certainly the trainer knows how to get the job done, get that short turnaround from the Derby to the Preakness. And, I'm kind of playing that off the angle that lightning strikes twice. If you go off his performances of throughout, he ran really good in the Rebel, but he's kind of been shaky, third in the LeCompte, second in allowance race at Keeneland. He did win an allowance optional claiming race at Churchill. So he's just been kind of in and out, but, I'm certainly playing that DeSwarma angle that he can, get the job done. And then the third horse I like is, none other than Mays. I mean, you got to put the Derby one in there somewhere. If he was to win the Preakness, you kind of look at a fool and be like, well, how could a horse that won the Derby not win the Preakness? It's certainly possible. I mean, look at Justify, American Pharaoh, all the other horses. I'm not saying that Mage is on that level. I'm not sure, but he did run a really good Derby. He ran into a little bit of, trouble. He was able to overcome it and win. One of those, he just had the lucky trip. But, nonetheless, now I did, set back on a hot pace. You'd have to look at that. I'm not sure how the Preakness pace is going to unfold as we get, what contender is going to come in the field. I'll certainly begin to take a little more shape. But I doubt you're going to be going at the Derby fractions. But, you never know until they actually start the race. But nonetheless, Mays our third choice. Like I said, First Mission I'm going to put on top. He's going to be my top choice. And I will make a bold prediction, say that First Mission is, going to win this race. And, if he doesn't win, I'm going to have to eat that one and own